Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Donna Norris, Soul Level Intuitive, and I have with me today my friend Bree Swanson, also known as Small Medium at Large. We have done lots and lots of crystal videos. I hope you've enjoyed them, but today we want to talk about something a little bit different. It's springtime. We're still celebrating, the equinox, and to me, this is a time when my heart goes outside, and goes to my fairy garden. And so we thought we'd talk to you today about how to attract fairies and gnomes and dragon energy and bring the elementals into your space. So without further ado, I think I'm going to let Bree kick off. She just finished playing partial host in a fairy fest in her area last weekend. So
Hmm.
that was really cool.
Yeah, we were doing all kinds of readings and, Fairy Fest, it's got, lots of vendors and lots of people selling stuff. And it was
Yeah.
lots of fairy magic at that event for sure. It was really great because we just really played into that energy. And the thing is, we found that the more we played into fairy energy, like
Yeah.
the better we did. Um,
Good.
yeah.
So they honored that. They love to be noticed and complimented and acknowledged. And, they're all about bringing the magic to your life, I think, and joy. And like you said, a spirit of playfulness. And
Mhm.
we so often get caught up in the seriousness of the day-to-day chores and stuff that we forget to play.
Yeah.
So this is a great time of year to remind ourselves to take some time and just enjoy nature and all the things that we can do, even in our own space. Whether you have a big yard or just a little patio, you can still do things to bring the elementals into your space.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think I saw a fairy swing the last time I visited Stone Soup. That was
Yeah.
pretty cool. I don't know if they were selling those this weekend or not, but I thought they were so cute.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, I'm down to make one. I want to make one soon.
I think it'll be fun. Maybe we could do a video on how to make one because they are pretty cute. And that's one of the things that fairies and actually gnomes also like, miniature furniture, So a doll size fairy swing would be pretty cool
Yeah.
to bring them in. So what else can you think of offhand that attracts fairies to your space?
So we love, at least at our house, we love incorporating like butterfly bushes. So
Yes.
if we got a bunch of those outside, like the butterflies are going to come. So more things with wings, of course, they're going to come as well. And then we just, we love planting more flowers. We've got our vegetable garden going, so we've got lots
They
of
love that.
common. And we also have little statues. I have a little like leprechaun statue that just kind of sits out in front of the garden gate.
Mhm.
And one of the things I want to do with my kids, because they are a little older, and this has been piquing my interest and piquing their interest as well, is we want to build a brand new fairy garden for this house. Um,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're probably gonna go over to the Dollar Tree. They've got some stuff. Hobby Lobby has stuff. Michael's has stuff. It really just depends where you're located and what's accessible to you and what you find would hold up in your space.
Yes. Yeah, they love fairies love things like feathers. You can even find feathers and put them in your fairy garden as you pick them up from other places and bring them home, put them in your fairy garden. They love stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, you can get like these you can get at the craft store and of course they love color, so any kind of color in the feathers is great. And you were talking about a gnome. I got this one from the dollar store and it's kind of glittery.
Yeah.
So this is my little gnome. And fairy statues, of course, are always welcome. And it doesn't, they like things that are made of wood and, earth elements. But if it's plastic, it's not a big deal. They just like this thought that counts, right? They love gifts.
They do.
Yes.
They love like flowers. You can offer them. It depends again with your space and what you have. Um, you could give them honey if it's appropriate. You don't want to attract like um,
Yeah, bugs or ants
bugs
or
and
anything.
stuff like that. but it really, yeah, it really just depends. And you can, of course, give them a crystal. They love crystals as well.
Yeah.
And you can also go ahead and paint rocks for them. That's another craft spring project I want to do with my kids, is painting little rocks and doing little flowers on them and stuff like that.
Yeah, have y'all thought about painting like a fairy altar? You could take like a little cube, a little box or something, and make the sides different colors and paint up an altar for them. So one
Yeah.
thing you can leave your offerings on, folks, is just have a little miniature table or take a box or a cube and make an altar out of it. So
Yeah.
them things, pennies, you can put pennies on it, dimes, those little feathers, anything shiny. And you can hang things like in the trees or in the bushes. I have like, I'm from the South. We celebrate Mardi Gras. So I've got Mardi Gras beads, lots of those that hang in the fairy section of my garden. And also, if you like to go to garage sales or estate sales, you may come across these old antique baby spoons. And they're so shiny, and they just kind of, if you put a little string right here and hang them, they'll kind of blow. Those are really cool. I like those.
Yeah, you could find all kinds of stuff for your fairy garden at like a at a flea market or a little what is it, like a garage sale.
Yeah.
Because of those little spoons, because they love those spoons, and they also love like colored bottles and colored glass. You can get fragments of like jewelry, so they love like little charms and little,
Beads.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything like that. Little gems. Shells. Seashells are another good thing you can, if you live near the shore, you can put seashells out in the garden. Now, I don't have a place to have a water fountain, and they really like water features. You want to try to get all the elements in your fairy garden if you can. Air, earth, fire, something to represent fire without having a real fire, something red. But this is like an abalone shell that I can put water in and just refill every other day or two, when it rains or when I'm watering the plants. So this is part of my fairy garden.
Cute.
Yeah. And so there are different kinds of crystals, like Bree had said. If you want to bring in earth energy and you don't have any grass, or you don't have, a yard itself, you can bring jade in. Jade's good for attracting earth energy. If you want to enhance your plants, or you don't have a way to have plants, you can put amber in an amber crystal out. Water, of course, if you don't have any way to do a water feature or a little baby, a fake pond, or, whatever, you can use aquamarine or bluestone. Larimar's good for bringing in water energy. And then for lightning, you can use citrine. It doesn't have to be a big crystal either. Like this is the one for my garden. It's not even as big as a finger. And I was wondering what you thought, Bree, about like if you don't have room even for something this big and you want to have a water element or leave that offering of honey and whatnot, you can get
Mhm.
worry stones at metaphysical stores, and they're kind of indented on one side. And this one's made of fluorite, which is a very healing and calming, pretty crystal. You could put a drop of water in that, or put some honey in it, or some sugar. Just that'd be cool.
Yeah. Or you can, I know that my kids, they love the, I want to say it's like the, I don't know what the yogurt's called. It has like a French thing on it, but it comes in these like little glass containers, and you just like
Oh
fill
yeah, it's got a screw on top.
Yeah.
Or no, it's got the little layover top with the
Yeah.
string.
So you get to keep the container itself. It's like glass. And
Yeah.
what you can do is you could like paint it, you could decorate it, you could, put some water in it. Um, I know my kids, they're big into like potions. So you could put like water in there, you put some glitter in there, you put crystals in there, you can put whatever in there and it'll be good.
Yeah. Well, because it's the intent, the spirit of the intent. You're making magic for the fairies. That's awesome. Oh, I meant to mention a crystal that you can use for fire, in addition to a redstone, is obsidian. And then air, you can use topaz if you've got a topaz stone. So that's good to represent air. Do you know any others that would represent the elements in terms of crystals?
Um, so I know, let's see. So I know for air, you could very well use what is a more airy stone? I mean, you could actually very well use clear quartz if you wanted to do air, and
Yeah,
you
that's
could
true.
go, um
And it's good for fairies. That's one of their favorite is clear quartz.
yeah.
Fairies and gnomes, actually.
I love using aside from moss agate, I feel like garden quartz is a really great one too, because it's got
Yeah.
little 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 things in there. Um and then I know another one that, very well represents air. You could use amethyst as well. I mean, amethyst is very dual. You could use it for air or you could use it for water. Um
Yeah. And it's one of their favorites. It's also a really good stone to attract dragon energy, amethyst.
yeah.
So, yeah, that's a really good one. It kills a lot of, well, not kills, but attracts a lot of energy with one stone.
Yes.
There's a little small amethyst. And then, of course, you can get a cluster like what I've got in the back or smaller.
Hmm.
They just anything shiny and sparkly. And
Yeah.
then, speaking of dragons, I want to show a septarian stone. These are also known as dragon's eggs. Have you
Yeah.
seen they probably have these at Stone Soup.
Yeah.
These are great for dragons to bring in dragon energy, and they're not as expensive as you think for as big a stone as it is. Um, Also, there's one called this is thought to bring in truth and happiness and prosperity. So that's a lot of what dragon energy brings in, wisdom, strength, that kind of thing. So it's a good stone for dragons. And then
Yeah.
stone as well. Epidote is a dark green stone with red in it, kind of similar to bloodstone, um, which I have here. Really dark green, which can barely see there on the end. There's a red dot. So it looks similar. For those of y'all who don't know, here's a moss agate. It just kind of runs like it looks like leaves and stuff, almost like it's encapsulated in the clear quartz. I love it.
Yeah.
Very organic.
Yeah.
So I wanted to also talk about like what other things that you can put in your garden if you want to bring in dragon energy. Yellow is a really good color. That in dragon symbolism represents the royal dragons, the protectors of the emperors and whatnot from ancient times. And then blue and green are the more blue is the symbol for the pure ones, purebred. I don't know, but pure, and then green is also a symbol for, pure. Those are like the basic dragon colors. And there are red dragons, but they're the fighting dragons. So I don't know if you want to bring in, that kind of energy, but there are red dragons out there you could bring in with red. And then the gnomes are like, obviously luck. We had this one out for St. Patrick's Day, but I'm leaving it out year round now. But you can also bring them in for guardianship and protection. Gnomes
Mhm.
are all about that, and especially protecting the plants. That's where they hide. That's where they hang out.
Yeah.
So, and then what other decorative items? I was thinking about it the other day. Like sweet foods. I have heard, I don't know if you've heard this, but beer and wine, that they like alcohol. Is that true?
I think so, yeah.
I had not heard that.
That rings familiar, yeah.
Yeah. I also hadn't heard about, the herb thyme.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard about elfin thyme. That's a variety of thyme. And then lemon thyme, they mentioned by name. So I was looking that up just to see if there's anything else that I hadn't thought of. But really, that's some of the most popular ways. I think, like you were saying, just anything that has a playful intent is going to a magical component to it is going to be attractive to the fairies. The gnomes also like things like pennies and shells and stuff like that. And like I said, the dragons, they love the color.
Mhm.
So. and statues too.
Yeah.
So, oh, just avoid things that are iron. Anything that's cast out of iron, that's one of the few things that you really want to exclude from your fairy garden because they don't like it. It's not good for them. I think it's even in the movie Maleficent, it's like they got burned if they touched it in the movie, but I don't know if it's that bad, but they just don't like it. So
Is it too hot for them and they can't?
yeah, it's almost like a repellent. They're not attracted to it at all. It's just not something that they want to be around.
Okay,
So I would stay away from anything made of iron.
cool.
Yeah. So we just wanted to bring that to you today. I hope you find it helpful. And if you have anything that you use in your fairy garden, please feel free to post it in the comments. I don't know if you can upload photos to YouTube or not, but boy, if you can, that'd be awesome. Love to see pictures of your fairy gardens and how they're decorated and such. That'd be really neat to see. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll be back again soon with another video for you. And if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe so you'll know when all the other ones are coming out. Thanks again. We'll be back in touch soon.
Thank you.